Hey everyone, I'm here with a analysis, breakdown, trailer review, whatever you want to call it, of the Fallout 76 teaser trailer that Bethesda showed off this morning after their 24-hour or nearish 24-hour live stream they had on Twitch. Yeah, where they eventually showed this game, and there's going to be more information at E3 to come on June 10th, but there's already some pretty well-sourced rumors about what the game's going to be. I'll share those after the trailer and during my review. And I have a lot to say. I covered Fallout 4 extensively, so if you happen to find this channel or this video through search results somehow, then check out my Fallout 4 videos. Definitely tons of Fallout 76 content to come. But I'm going to play the trailer once and then we'll get to it.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me.
But when the fighting is stopped and the fallout is settled, you must rebuild.
I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, take me home, country roads.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
Okay, pretty short, about a minute, but still pretty cool. I don't think there's anything else. I thought there was maybe a bit of text at the end. So yeah, let's go ahead and turn down the volume and go back to the start. So boom, opens up Bethesda Game Studios, the classic. And this is where everybody got hit with the bamboozle. This is exactly how the intro to Fallout 3 begins. Zoomed up on a Pip-Boy, everybody's just waiting. They're just waiting for I don't want to set the world on fire to start playing, because everybody thought it was going to be a Fallout 3 remaster. You know, all the people on Reddit like, I'll eat my shoe if it's not a Fallout 3 remastered. Guess that dude's eating a shoe, okay? So yeah. Starts up. Cool, yeah, I got a bit of a song going. It's like, when I first heard that piece, I was like, that almost sounds a little like it, but remix, this is not the ink spots. So boom, first things first. An alarm's going off from Vault-Tec radio, but the first piece of information, or the first pieces of information is one, this Pip-Boy. And this is a Pip-Boy. You can see on the side there, there's a circle for somebody to put their arm through. Is an older model. So this is a lot more similar to what the Pip-Boy looks like in like Fallout 1 and 2, which isn't even actually something you can really see on your arm, because it's like an isometric RPG. It's a little menu you bring up. So yeah, this does look like a lot older model of a Pip-Boy, which is fairly accurate, I guess, because if you look at the date here, 2102, this is before even Fallout 1, so I believe it's the earliest date in any of the Fallout games. Because yeah, I think prior to that, they were all in orders. They'd always go up in a date instead of going back in time. With the exception of Fallout 4, obviously, which begins the day the bombs drop. So yeah, October 27th, 2102, 6:34. I don't really see anything else come up on the Pip-Boy itself, but you get the song going, and then boom, what we got? The Moon Monkey over here, our boy. You got hats confirmed, headgear's back, and then there's a backpack actually on the bed, which I don't know, maybe I'm just like, it's an oversight and it's not something you really pay attention to, but I don't ever remember actually seeing like a backpack even just sitting around in like Fallout 4, you know, an item that you actually couldn't use but was just sitting there like on the ground in some rubble or something. So it kind of makes me question, like, are we actually gonna freaking have backpacks this time instead of having to install that crap through mods? Because it is, an obvious item to, have in like a post-apocalyptic survival game. But they've never been in the base game. And I'll get to that again later. I actually do think that is like a backpacks confirmed. But yeah, give me a minute to elaborate. Got a guitar, board game, classic stuff. 1776 to 2076. Blast radius, some of the classics, and then there's this thing up top here. More headgear confirmed. This ugly dude with big teeth and a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose.
But when the fighting is stopped,
And then boom, you can see Vault 76 on the screen there. Can't tell what magazines these are, but you got Cappy and stuff from Nuka World, which again, like, this is just showing that it's like totally the Fallout 4 assets. It's not going to look any better than Fallout 4. I really doubt that. It's just basically, a spin-off as New Vegas is to Fallout 3. Same engine, same graphics, different story, different setting.
and the fallout is settled, you must rebuild.
And then again, right there, it says he's standing outside Vault 76. He says, when the fallout is settled, you must rebuild. So I think it's very much going to be like that whole building settlements and stuff from Fallout 4. I think is going to come back pretty strong in this one. I think the general community reaction of like hardcore Fallout fans was that they weren't a fan of the settlements, and I definitely wasn't. It's cool in Fallout 3 in New Vegas when you show up to an area that has established characters and its own story. But in Fallout 4, it was like, here's this blank slate. Make your own area with a bunch of settlers who have no name. They're all this settler, and there's no real story. There's no real characters. It's just a bunch of nameless, faces, and the people look pretty much exactly the same, and they wear the same clothes, and it's boring. There's not as much intrigue there as there was in Fallout 3 with different settlements like Rivet City and Megaton and all that. So in that way, it was a bit disappointing, but they definitely didn't back down on it, because they released all of the workshop DLCs that, again, a lot of people were disappointed with. They wanted good story DLCs like Fallout 3, like Fallout New Vegas, but they were just hitting us hard with those workshop DLCs. I wasn't a fan. You could just get all that crap through mods anyways really easily, but that good story content, you can't get through mods. And also knowing it's not like actually part of the lore, it doesn't make it as fun, I think, for a lot of people. And doesn't feel nearly as polished when you have a professional team recording professional audio, than some guy trying to outsource people with shitty microphones in their bedrooms to record dialogue for some story quest mod. But yeah, the workshop stuff, like, there is plenty of that, I'd just prefer them to leave that to the mod makers. Anyways, that line right there, having to rebuild, I think that's going to be a big focus of the game. I think that's going to be the main aspect of the game, really. And I'll continue on that in a minute here.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama,
You're invited, like, nothing really key in like these areas, I wouldn't say. Reclamation Day, I don't know if it ever refers to Reclamation Day in other things. But again, it's kind of funny because during the live stream they had these like yellow and blue balloons all over the place, and then here we are actually in the vault seeing Reclamation Day. My guess is that Reclamation Day is the day that the vault doors open. And the party mess is kind of left over because when the vault doors opened 20 years after the vault was closed, everybody's kind of gone. Maybe it's like a home base for the player, but nobody's really there anymore. So it's just left untouched, and then there again, you get the guy putting the Pip-Boy on. The vault suit looks a bit different. Again, less, I don't know, more out of date, more basic than Fallout 4.
In Vault
Unless I'm
76,
forgetting. I'm so used to the
our
modded vault
future
suits in Fallout 4.
begins.
Yeah, in Vault 76, our future begins. So boom, there it is. But I'll get to the other stuff here, and there's me downloading the video. So some background on this vault. It says that the Vault-Tec terminal in the Citadel, this is in Fallout 3, lists Vault 76 as a control vault with 500 occupants. The vault was designed to open 20 years after a nuclear war and was among the 17 known control vaults, meaning that it was used as a baseline to compare to experimental vaults. It is also mentioned in one of the alien captive recorded logs, number 13, recorded by Giles Wolfenstein, Wollstonecroft, a Vault-Tec scientist who was abducted while inspecting the vault's construction site. In Fallout 4, the newsreader in the prologue mentions 76 debuting in 2076 in honor of America's century. I don't know that word. When discussing Vault-Tec's plans to expand. So it started construction in 2065, ended in 2069. 500 occupants, was around for 20 years. And then some more stuff that doesn't really matter, I guess. And yeah, it's going to appear obviously in this upcoming game. And I wonder if we can actually listen to the alien captive recording here. Pardon me, which one was that? Number 13, right? So yeah, let's go number 13. Oh, I thought this was like somebody transcribing it, but it's not. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Hey now, no reason to get yourselves worked up. Whatever you need, I'm going to tell it to you. Well, I'm pretty sure you want to talk to me. Tell me to talk into this thing, so here goes. My name is Giles Wollstonecroft. I'm the current Assistant Chief Executive Officer of the Vault-Tec Corporation. I was inspecting the construction site of Vault 76 when I was captured, but I can only assume are alien beings from another world. I'm not sure what they want from me, or what they'll do with me, but whatever they need, I'll readily provide. Perhaps if I can bridge our communication gap and establish a rapport with them, we can enter into an exclusive trade agreement. In fact, instead of talking to this damn machine, I'm going to attempt to address them directly. On behalf of the Vault-Tec Corporation, I'd like to extend a heartfelt welcome to you. Wait, you don't need that. Wait! Dude gets shocked. Idiot. Trying to negotiate with aliens, a dummy. Anyways. Yeah, so this vault opens 20 years. It's planned, you know, it's not one of these other vaults where it's an experiment, like Vault 111. Let's freeze a bunch of people. The whole point was it's like, okay, we're not going to do anything in this vault. We're just going to leave them in there. They can live for 20 years, but in 20 years, it's getting opened. And they'll go into the world. So here's where it gets interesting. This Kotaku article sources that Fallout 76 is an online survival RPG. When Bethesda announced 76 with a teaser trailer this morning promising more information at E3, it was easy to assume the new game would be a traditional single-player role-playing game. But 76 is in fact an online survival RPG that's heavily inspired by games like DayZ and Rust, according to 3 people familiar with the project. Those people speaking anonymously, those not to damage their careers, confirm 76 is an experimental new entry in the long-running post-apocalyptic series. When Bethesda first teased the game on Tuesday morning, they thought it was a Fallout. Yeah. It's in fact something completely new and different. The teaser might lead people to believe it's, you know, a traditional entry, but it's not. It was originally prototyped as a multiplayer version, trying to see what an online Fallout would look like, but it's evolved quite a bit. It will have quests and a story like any other game, since Bethesda is obviously known for that, right? But it's also going to feature base building, just like Fallout 4, and other survival-based multiplayer mechanics, according to those sources. One source cautioned that the gameplay is rapidly changing, like it does in many online service games, but that's the core outline. The game is named after the Vault 76, allowing for a far less civilized setting than previous games, which have full cities and settlements. When the fighting is stopped and the Fallout is settled, you must rebuild. Is in development in Maryland. The Austin studio, formerly known as Battlecry, was working in the online hero combat. Yeah, so we'll see more on June 10th. But this source is fairly reliable. this same person leaked a bunch of stuff about Fallout 4 that was all 100% accurate, and the truth in the end, it all, all ended up being correct about Fallout 4. So that's interesting, because as someone who just wants another Fallout game similar to New Vegas, how, that's just a spin-off of Fallout 3, I'd love to have that with this and see them correct the mistakes that were there in Fallout 4, and how people didn't like the voiced characters, and there wasn't as much story, and the settlements held things back and removed some of that story. And then for me personally, I felt like the game lacked some replay value, because you could do everything in one go, and as one character. There was an infinite level, and you could choose any perk at any time, and I don't know, it just didn't make me want to come back as much as the previous games. I still have like 600 hours in it, but that was in a very short period. I made a bunch of videos, did a bunch of content on it, and then going back, I haven't really enjoyed it as much. But I still go back and play Fallout 3 New Vegas, and I have way more time in those across Xbox 360 and PC. So yeah, should be interesting. Definitely more coverage from me to come following E3, and the full details will get there. My guess is this would launch this year, like Todd Howard said after for the Fallout 4 thing, he was like, yeah, we don't want to tease something 2 years ahead of time. We want fans to be able to see it, and within a few months, get it. Because, if they were to wait till September, there would be so many leaks already. Like, they have to go through the publishing process and get games printed and everything. Like, they can't hide it for too long. So I would think this is coming out later this year. So yeah, it's kind of going to bridge this weird gap, I think, between Fallout 4 and Fallout Shelter. But how it'll accomplish that, I'm not sure. Because, if I invite my friend to join my game online, are we both going to be, the people from Vault 76? Is Vault 76 going to be this vault full of people who laid the foundation in the wasteland, for things to come? There's these geniuses who were able to go out and prosper and rebuild the wasteland. And, how old are they going to be? How old is your character going to be? It was only there for 20 years. So maybe, somebody was pregnant as they came into the vault and, died giving birth to you or something. Or maybe you were one of the people who was alive, and now your character is like, maybe you were like 1 year old going into the vault, right? And now you're 21 coming out. I think that'd probably be more likely. But all that, kind of ties in, like, how much of a role-playing options are we gonna have here? What's the end goal? Is it just about the story, and then you can invite your friends to play along with you? As an option, or is it really going to be focused? Like, they want people to play together. It's going to be easier to survive together. Enemies are going to be tougher, and maybe you'll get more loot playing together. I don't know. It's hard to say. It is. It could be anything at this point. So anybody's guess is as good as mine. You can tell me your guesses in the comments below if you care enough to. Oh my god, Windows has detected a malicious virus on your system. This website right here, Online Video Converter, used to be good, but recently it sucks. There's like so many pop-ups and stuff. I just use this to download YouTube videos and whatever, so. I don't know. That's that. I'm excited. It's Fallout. Are you kidding me? Nobody was expecting a new Fallout game, right? Like, everybody, I think, was thinking that Fallout 3 Remaster. And the moment that trailer started, everybody was like, yep, Fallout Remaster, right there. There it is. Ba-boom. Then it pans out and the music starts playing. Wait a second. Oh, and then also, I think this is in Virginia. I mean, the song even says West Virginia. But I think that vault is, like, listed as being in Virginia. And Bethesda doesn't seem to like to go too far from home, They've never visited the West Coast. So having it be in that same sort of central area where their games have been in the past, East Coast, Northeastern sort of, I could see that happening. I think that's what we're gonna get here. Should be interesting. Why do I keep talking? I don't know. Likes, comments, always appreciated. Till next time. Bye for now.